Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on? Let's talk about the latest news. Hello. Let's talk about the latest news. How are you? How are you feeling? Good morning, Lucius or Joke. How you feeling? Let me know in the comments, please. Let's talk about what's going on with this administration, because there's always something going on with them. I don't know why. Always, like, if it's not one thing, there's another one. If it's not one thing, there's always something going on with this administration since they took power. There's always something going on. Yeah, give me one moment. Oh, sorry. Give me just one moment. I need to send this. Okay, so what's going on with this Trump administration? We got a news, the breaking news, I believe yesterday. I don't know if it's already on their website, but of course, the Trump administration instructed USCIS to make a pause, okay, to stop processing green card for certain people, okay, like such as refugees, asylees, and some other categories as well, because according to them, they need more vetting, okay? That's what they're claiming. So, hold on just a second. So this Trump administration, that's what's going on. This is the latest immigration news, okay? This Trump administration instructed, sorry, not ICE, instructed USCIS to stop processing green cards. This is huge. They instructed USCIS to stop processing green cards for certain categories of individuals, such as refugees. Refugees are people who actually get the status from outside, and then they get here as green card holders already, okay? And asylees are people who apply for asylum here, and once asylum is granted, then you wait for the full 1 year, and then you apply for your green card application. So those people too are being stop from getting the green card because according to this Trump administration, they have to do more vetting, like do a lot of screening again. Why? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Is USS still using a 5-year work permit? Yes, they're still doing that, at least until now, right? I haven't heard anything yet else. And remember, the 5 years work permit is for certain category. Not everybody gets 5 years, like marriage, asylum, people with order of supervision, they always get 1 year, okay? So, good morning. I meant to send the email to somebody else, Danny. I meant to send it because you have your name, Danny, on my phone, and then I have my other guy, friends. His name is Daddy. So I meant to send this email to him so he can send it to the community. Then I send it to you. Anyway, good morning. Nice to join us. Please just like and share, okay? Please like and share. Please like and share. So please like and share. Good morning and thank you for your time. You're welcome. So we are trying to talk about what's going on. I'm going to pull the article. I'm going to share my screen in a moment, but really this is huge. Let's say somebody won asylum, okay? And now it's time for them to apply for the green card. But because this administration just stops processing green card, it's like, what are they going to do? Okay? This is just going to end in a lawsuit because this is not, yeah, this is not normal. Let me share, first of all, my first screen about this news. Then we're going to talk about it. If you have a question, just meanwhile, please put it in the comment section, okay? Let's first of all understand what's really going on. Then we're going to get into it. Okay. So, Trump administration stops processing some green cards to do more vetting. But remember, when a person applies for a green card, and they call them for the interview, right? That's when they do their vetting, and the person does the biometric. That's too. It's part of the vetting process. But if you already did your biometric, you already did the interview, there's no more vetting to do. It's like, why would you stop processing green card now when the people already went to the interview and the vetting, especially for the refugees, because they do their vetting before actually entering the United States, because they get here with the status already of a refugee. Okay, this is crazy. USCIS says it is placing a temporary pause on finalizing certain applications for legal permanent residency or green card. It's being put on hold to comply with an executive order President Trump signed in January, okay? USCIS Citizenship and Immigration Services, the part of the Department of Homeland Security that handles citizenship, legal status, and other immigration benefits, has suspended processing some application for so-called green card to do more vetting of the applicant. The Department of Homeland Security said in a statement, okay? Trump executive order signed on January 20. This is the executive order that was signed on January 20th. It's called Protecting the United States from Foreign Terrorists and Other National Security and Public Safety Threats. Call for agency to vet and screen to the maximum degree possible. Okay, maximum degree possible all aliens who intend to be admitted into or are already inside the United States, particularly those aliens coming from region or nation with identified security risk. So they have to do maximum degree, vet and screen to the maximum degree possible. So pretty much they're just gonna analyze your application, analyze, and this is gonna be leading to a lot of denials, in my opinion, because if they're trying to they're gonna try to find something in the application. I remember, like the guy, they told him, like they added the chart, the guy that high profile case that's going on TV, everybody's talking about it on the news. They added another charge to his notice to appear, talking about concealing of prior employment history. Yeah, really. On the green card, you're only supposed to reveal 5 years of work history, right? It says for the past 5 years. So unless they change it, but because that's what it says, right? 5 past years. So now, if they try to add something like that to a notice to appear, basically amending the notice to appear, looks like we're gonna have a lot of denials. Yeah, that's what's going on. Okay. So CBC News reported Tuesday that USCIS has directed its staff to conduct the additional vetting of refugees or people who were granted asylum and have applied for legal permanent residency or green card. Yeah. What they're trying to find out is basically if a person filed a frivolous asylum claim, or there's misrepresentation somewhere, or there's, fraud, criminal record that was concealed, if the person is part of a terrorist group, stuff like that. Those are the things that they're trying to find so that they can pretty much, deny the person a green card. Vetting on top of vetting, like, yeah. For refugee and those who have been granted asylum in the United States, it will be the vetting on top of a process that has already occurred. That's what I was saying, Yeah. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Let me stop right here. You can read the article, but it's official. So yeah, let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to see if we have another news. That's why I'm reading here. But I'm gonna go back to the news in a moment. Let me just see what else is going on. Yeah, so I was trying to see if we have another news. Okay. The lightning, is the lightning okay? Okay. So I was trying to see if we have another news. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, we see a lot of questions here. Good morning. If you have a green card holder and not arriving alien and are deportation, can you get a uh, a waiver? Okay, a 212 waiver without readjusting your status. You're already a green card holder. Why would you try to get a? You're gonna get a waiver when you're trying to file for the green card. So yeah, are you trying to say that the crime came after you already got the green card? So basically, by the time you're trying to renew the green card, that's when you will be confronted with the waiver problem. Okay. So what happens if you have a pending asylum and then married to a U.S. citizen? Yeah, if you have a pending asylum case and then you get married to a U.S. citizen, then you just file for the marriage green card. And we never advise someone to withdraw. We never have advised somebody to withdraw their green card, their asylum, before getting their green card approved. You see, so yeah, we never advise that. Hello, Bijoux. Hi, how are you? How are you feeling this morning? Uh, can you adjust your status? Yes, you can adjust. If you have a pending case with USCIS, of course, you can file for adjustment of status because you're not in removal. You can file for adjustment of status with USCIS. So, and then once you get your green card, then you can ask USCIS to, you can withdraw your asylum petition, really, after you get your green card based on marriage. Do you think if they will be challenged in court? Yeah, I think they'll be challenged in court. For this one, because they say it's temporary, right? So my take on this is like, I don't see the challenge right away in court for this, but if it takes too long, they don't lift that, then people are going to challenge that in court. So, but I don't know if there some litigation, some litigation lawyers, I'm not sure if they're already planning to challenge this. I haven't heard anything like that yet, because this news broke yesterday. Okay, it's pretty new. So, what else? Good morning. If you have a final order of removal and something, did I have any choice to be legalized? The way it works, you file I-130 with USCIS. Once it's approved, then you go beg ICE to join your motion, so you can reopen your old case and terminate removal. If ICE agrees to join, then yes, you have a part. If ICE disagree, then I don't see a part. Some people try it directly with the court, but that's too challenging too. So I guess that's how it's going to play out, right? You file I-130. Once it's approved, you go back to ICE and beg them. Pretty much that's what we do. We beg them to try to reopen an old case. So let me put my question is covering what I'm saying. Okay. Hello, Bijoux. Can you please send me the appointment? Of course, that's what I like. Of course, I'm sending you the appointment link right away. I'm putting it in the comment section. Let me put it in the comment section. Yeah, I just put it in the comment section. You can just schedule your consultation. I have opening today. I mean, if you schedule now, I can even stop this stop this live session to talk to you first, right? So my clients are always priority. Okay. What else? How long does it take to receive aid after filing for marriage petition? That I don't know. They don't have a definitive time. You just go with what they're saying on their website, right? I've seen cases pending only for 3 months, then they get the work permit. I've seen 8 months, I've seen 9 months, I've seen a full year. It just depends. But if you go on the website and processing times, you just look, you might have an idea on how long it might do. I applied for PD joint motion to terminate over 8 with ICE ago. You apply for PD under Biden. Did ICE already join the motion or not yet? If ICE never joined the motion, right now that old memo it's gone. So they're probably not going to answer you. But if they already joined the motion and then you file with the court, then you just wait for the court. Nobody knows when the court will answer you. Oh Lord, Jay. Good morning. Good morning, Sour Music TV. How are you? How are you feeling this lovely morning? How are you feeling? I have an asylum interview next month, and I also have a VAWA case in the making. Should I apply for VAWA before the interview or after? Well, if you have a VAWA case that is valid, you should file now. Why are you waiting for the interview? Because even if you go to the interview, You're not gonna get the answer right away. USCIS take all the time they want to give you the answer. Sometimes they take 3 months. Sometimes they take only 30 days. It just depends. So if you have a valid VAWA petition, you should file it. Because you don't want them to send you to court before you actually file it. Thanks again. You're welcome. My I-485 and it's approved. It took 140 days from filing to receive approval. I asked you a question a few times. I appreciate you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And please like and please share. By the way, we have 30 people in the house. Please like, please share. We always appreciate when you like and share. Please like, please share, okay? Because we need a lot of people to actually join those live sessions so they can stay informed, okay? Please like, please share. I did not get unsure is with ICE. Yeah, ICE will probably never respond to that one because if you file it under the old memo, the Biden memo, that memo is no longer valid. So they're probably never going to answer you. We have 1 or 2 pending in New York. And because we filed it under Biden, by the time we tried to follow up, Trump was already in power. So they never responded. And now they're not going to respond because that memo is no longer valid. So, I mean, you can always try to call them and find out about the, or email them, of course, because they never answer the phone anyway. So you can always try to email them and see what is going on. But because that memo is no longer valid, quite frankly, they don't care at this point. Yes, you're welcome. Do you think, this is a valid question, do you think the Trump administration will renew the TPS for countries that have not been rejected like Cameroon? So, that I don't know. But what I think it's because Cameroon is on the yellow list. Remember the ban list that is still under making? Cameroon is on the yellow list with other countries as well. Based on that, if because what they're waiting on is the report, right? Once they get the report on the country and feel like the country is still not safe, then they can renew it. But just know that Cameroon is on the yellow list. They said within 60 days they should know if it can still stay on the yellow list. But if it's still on the yellow list, then probably they might renew it. I don't know. If it's no longer on the yellow list, maybe they might not. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Yeah, it's really hard to tell. When, I don't know, but what I know, you have to go with the process. You file I-130. Once it's approved, the case get transferred to the Nigerian embassy. Then you wait for the interview. Then you pass the interview. Then you get here. Back in the day, this entire process used to take like 1 year, 2 years. Now it's going like 3 years. With this Trump administration, always delay. Yeah. Oh, thanks very much. We do appreciate that. Please share, please like. I think that, to be honest, the green card holders who are being placed in removal proceedings, or those who are having a lot of problems getting back to the country, or, you know, secondary questioning at the airport, stuff like that. In my personal opinion, those are the people who have some type of criminal records. There's really something wrong with their immigration history. That's why they're being questioned. That's why they're being, you know, if you really look at it, of course, there might be collateral arrest, but if it's a collateral arrest, you'll be released. But some people, the people who are being detained, it's either for national security purposes or some type of criminal record, because they're going back to old criminal records. But if the thing were dismissed and stuff like that, and you can defend yourself, then you should be fine. I have a wedding in May in Congo, and now it's in level 4. Do you think it's safe to go? Are you a green card holder or are you a US citizen? Do you have asylum? How did you get your green card? Through asylum? Uh, if you're a US citizen, people are still going home and coming back. If you're a green card holder, depending on how you got your green card, if you got the green card based on asylum, then technically you cannot return to the country where you claim persecution. So it just depends on who you are, how you got your green card. Ok, merci de rien. No, when a person has a green card, it means the person can work because they're a legal resident. They have to show their green card and their social security to apply for a job. They don't need a work permit because the green card itself allows you to live and work. That's the definition of the green card, right? It allows you to live and work in the US legally. So you don't need a work permit. Hello, Bijoux. Good morning and have a nice day. Okay, so you just came here. Okay, have a nice day, you too. Good morning to you too, and have a nice day too. So I can't just fly my spouse back with me a few days after the wedding. Store visitor visa possible? Most of the time, they're not gonna give it to you. Yeah. I mean, you can. I can't prevent somebody from applying. You can apply for a visitor visa. She can apply for a visitor visa, but are they gonna be? Is it gonna be granted? I don't know. Yes, green card holder. Go to marry. Yeah. So as I was saying, the people are having hard time at the airport as green card holders. Most of the time, if you really look at their case, there's something wrong with their history. Basically, sometimes some type of crimes going on in their history. That's why they're questioning them. Because I had a client who went to Nigeria, green card holder. He just came yesterday, no problem. I had another one, came, no problem. So if you're hearing those stories, and you have to know too, the people who are making those stories on TikTok, so they're content creators. Some people are looking for views as well. We might have one case here and there, but it's not the way they, because if there's nothing wrong with your case, there's nothing they can do to you. They can't just make up a crime. It doesn't work like that. So if you're hearing a lot of things on TikTok here and there, some people are content creators, they have to get views, okay? It's business. So the question you have to ask yourself is simple. Do I have a criminal record? If the answer is no, how do I get my green card? To marriage, valid marriage? Of course, yes, you can travel because you have the right to return. So that's how I'll answer the question, okay? Oh, why do Donald Trump and his administration scare immigrants too much? It's a technique, it's like a strategy to get somebody to get tired to just leave the country. Remember, we have at least 11 millions undocumented immigrants. To be able to deport 11 millions people, it's not easy. It's not an easy job. As a matter of fact, this administration is actually struggling to deport people because it's not that easy. It's not that simple. So that's why they have to use strategy to scare people, so people can just be sick and tired and just pack up their stuff and just live on their own, because they know once you live on your own, you're not coming back 10 years back. Oh, yeah. So it's a strategy too, right? Uh, Hello, Bijoux. I just started based on merit that Queen Court process is on hold or not. Oh, the one that they're putting on hold, according to this article, is for refugees and asylum. Marriage, I didn't hear anything about hold. Can you appeal if, depending on the what the letter says? Because usually when it's denied, they just send it to the court directly. You're gonna read on the letter. If the letter doesn't give you the option to file a motion to appeal, like the form I-290B, then probably your case is going to be sent to court. Then you're going to defend yourself in court. Based on interview. It's Mohammed, it simply means this what it says, right? They're waiting for the time when they have a spot for the interview, then they're going to send you a letter for the interview. Okay? They're just waiting for the interview. Basically, waiting for a spot to open up so they can send you an interview letter with the actual date of the interview. It literally means what it says. I don't think so. I don't think so. Unless you start arguing with the police, of course, they put a charge on you for assaulting an officer. That's big. That's felony. So if the important thing is that when you've been called by the police, you have to remain calm. You can't be arguing with the police because you have the right to remain silent. Okay. You have the right to remain silent. So you put your who's unlimited service all in one. So you put your consultation all the way in April. Why is that? I see here April. Interesting. Why putting your consultation all the way in April? But anyway, let me see. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? We have 37 people in the house. Please like, please share. By the way, just go ahead and like and share because we are trying to reach a lot of people. Please like, please share because I'm trying to do my best here with real-time information and real-time advice. Please like, please share. Why do Donald Trump and his administration scare too much immigrants? They don't have a few good things for immigrants after that, or they're so bad when they're increase power. It's strategy, it's just strategy. Trump promised his base is going to do mass deportation, so he has to do something so that his base will know that he did what he promised to do. Okay, it's politics. Refugee, when they come as refugee, right? But then the green card is issued to them. But what's happening is that instead of issuing them the green card, USCIS is not doing it. Okay, USCIS just paused it. They are not issuing them the green card. Okay. Hello, Peter Eluma. Are you in Nigeria right now? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please put, when I'm looking for another news, please put your comments. Yeah, refugee, it's almost the same as asylum. Once they are admitted, they come as refugee, right, from outside. The vetting process has already been done. But once they're admitted, they wait for a full year too to apply for the green card. Um, and sometimes, you know, because the vetting process is already done, it doesn't take too long for them. But now, what this administration is saying is that they're stopping any processing of the green card. That's what's going on, which is really bad. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please like, please share. Just wanted to take you. Please like, please share. This is crazy. The green card get denied, you can reapply. So I think that's crazy. You're trying to post green card. My friend refugee be denied 4 times for some stuff and never received notice. But your friend is already a refugee, so that's why your friend never received a notice to appear. We're talking about a person who's here as a green card holder, and they're trying to renew it. They try to renew it. If it doesn't work, most of the time they'll send the case to court because they don't have any other status. But your friend is already on a refugee status. Maybe that's the reason they don't send your friend to court. So what else? Okay, let's moving on. Calderon demand settlement. Well, if that will help, then it's obvious to move there. But the thing is, are you just moving there for the purpose of becoming a beneficiary of that settlement? That would be question too, right? Unless you really become a resident of there. So you don't want to do something that will question your motives. That's what I would say. What happened for the NVC interview for West Africa? I don't know. I don't know for the notice to interview for West Africa. I don't know. What I know is that Nigeria is taking at least 3 years. That's what I know, as far as I know. Jay, I'm not here to answer your questions. I'm here to provide legal advice, okay? So you can refrain from asking those type of questions, because that's not my purpose here. By the way, if you have a question related to immigration, just put it in the comment. If you don't have a question related to immigration, you can just log out, okay? Or we can just block you. What else? Okay, so if you have a question related to immigration, just please put it in the comment. If you don't have questions related to immigration, just say goodbye. We can stay with people who actually need immigration help, okay? Let me find out if we have another news. Let me find out. Just give me one moment. Yeah, trying to see what else we have as news here. Give me one moment. So that's that was the major, actually, the major news that's pausing let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to go to the you know, the website where they give you a lot of immigration updates, the policies updates. That's what I'm trying to find here. Just give me one moment. I had it right here, so we can see how many policies we have as far as immigration is concerned, because this administration is basically making it really hard. Okay, hold on, almost there. I felt like I saw it. Yeah, immigration policy tracking. Okay, we have 209 policy. Okay, let me share my screen. Can inadmissibility waiver be used as a defense from deportation if granted for or be used as a defense from deportation if granted for crime involving moral turpitude? Okay, so this is how I'm going to answer this question. When a person deportation based on what? Based on previous order of removal, or if you find yourself in removal proceedings. If you have an order of removal, that can be executed anytime because it's previous order of removal. So what people do at that point, if they already been order removed, what they will do, sometimes they try to stay removal, they file a motion to stay removal, which really doesn't work that much at that point. But anyway, Some people, what they will do is they will apply for stay of removal or deportation. It's an application that you file directly with ICE. And at that point, that's where you will give your argument. I have a waiver, and my crime were waived, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's if you already have an order of removal. But if you find yourself in removal as of now, depending on what type of defense you will have, then you will, along with that defense, because you have to defend and say why you cannot be removed. You can't just be removed, not to remove because you've been granted a waiver. That's not the reason why you're not being removed. Some people file for either asylum, adjustment of status, or readjustment of status, cancellation of removal. There are a lot of type of relief that people ask in court. Okay, if you don't have any relief in court, then you'll be removed, regardless of whether the crime was waived before, unless you're trying to readjust status. Okay, so that's how I'll answer that question. I hope I answered that. Yeah, I hope I answered that. I'm trying to share my screen right now. I'm trying to share my screen so I can talk about. You're welcome. You're welcome. I want to share my screen so I can see if we have another news. Oh, not this one. I want to share this one so we can talk about this. Okay. So as of today, we have, as you can see here, 209 policy actions. Okay. 209 policy actions reported. USCIS pauses green card processing for refugee and asylees. That we already talked about. Okay. The news came. Well, it was actually a news that came on the 25th. I thought I saw it yesterday, but anyway, it came on the 25th. Then we have FBI director plan to resign up to 1/3 of ATF agent to the FBI to do border-related criminal enforcement. So it's trying to get people, some agent, to go to the border so they can monitor all those crimes. The president issues memorandum targeting. Yeah, the president is targeting everybody. Targeting immigration lawyers with sanctions for alleged misconduct. Oh my gosh, the president is doing everything he can. He's even targeting immigration lawyers. The president doesn't care. This is crazy. So let's see what it's saying here. I say the president issued a memorandum instructing the Attorney General and the Secretary of Homeland Security to enforce attorney conduct rule, with an emphasis on Rule 11 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure and Rule 3.1 of the Modern Rule. This regulation prohibits unethical practice, including the filing of frivolous lawsuits. Okay, so the president now is going after lawyers. Okay, because those, when the president gives an executive order, sometimes the lawyers will sue the government in court. The president saying that's misconduct. That's crazy. The directive calls for sanction in such cases, particularly those impacting national security, public safety, or election, and requiring disciplinary measure against attorneys who violate these standards. It also mandates a review of past legal action for potential misconduct and accuses the immigration bar and law firm pro bono legal practices of coaching asylum applicants to mislead immigration authorities in court. So basically, the president saying lawyers are coaching their clients to lie on their asylum applications, and he's going to go after those type of lawyers. So that's what this is saying. What else we have here? Let's see if we have USCIS saying something. I don't know if we have another news on USCIS. No, we don't. Stop sharing. Okay, the president is after everybody at this point. I'm trying to see if we have another news. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Let me share my screen here so I can talk about this one. Okay, I want to see this one first before I talk about it. Okay, let's talk about what's going on. Let's see if we have questions first. Questions. So, the refugee can apply for green card after 10 years of receiving status, or it's regular apply for 1 year deadline. That I don't know on top of my head. I don't think you can. Basically, the 1 year is basically when you are eligible to apply for the green card. The refugee is eligible to apply for a green card, but if they didn't apply it within 1 year, I don't think there's a strict rule that you cannot. The 1 year is for the eligibility requirement in terms of when you can apply. But let's say you apply 2 years later, I think you can still apply. Yeah, on top of my head, that's what I'll say. Oh yeah. Yeah, but to be honest, if a person does not have criminal record, they should apply. I strongly encourage them to apply for citizenship, because nowadays those applications for citizenship are only taking 4 months, especially here in not everywhere. Yeah, don't quote me on that. Not every state, but what I've noticed here in Fairfax, Virginia, 4 months they call you for the interview. Yeah, 120 days, all those latest applications, 120 days they call you for the interview. So yeah, I mean, if a person does not have criminal record, I will really encourage them to apply, to be honest with you. Yeah, don't let this administration bully you. because that's what they're doing. Quick, to be honest. Let me share the screen so we can talk about the latest immigration news. The last one, so we can part ways for today. Okay. This is the latest immigration news. It says there's a lawsuit that's going to challenge the Trump administration plan to share tax data with ICE. Remember last time we talked about the Trump administration is going to share data with, they're going to ask IRS to share data so they can track down undocumented people. So this is what they're saying here. Yeah, as leading Democrats in Congress demand the Trump administration publicly release its reported plan to use taxpayer data to track down and deport undocumented workers. So watchdog groups are warning that the surveillance state is being stretched beyond the limits of federal law. So basically, they are trying to tell the Trump administration, this is what we know you're doing. You're trying to get IRS to release data, which is privacy. If you do that, we are going to sue you. Yeah. The Internal Revenue IRS is reportedly nearing an agreement. They haven't got to the final agreement yet, but that's what they're doing with the Trump administration. Come into an agreement so they can share the data of taxpayers. That way, the Trump administration will track down undocumented people. But these people are saying, no, we're not going to let you do that. We are going to sue you. Yeah, so that's what's going on. That's one of the news. Then we have a Turkish student detained. Yeah, it says that the video shows masked people handcuffing her. Wow, it's interesting. Yeah. A Turkish national and the doctoral student has been detained by the DHS agents without explanation. Just left her home on Tuesday night when she was stopped, said in a petition filed in Boston federal court. Wow, the people, this is crazy. Why they're detaining her? The people are saying this is intimidation. Wow, I don't know. I don't know what exactly she did. I don't have all the details, but of course, you know, you can follow the story. I guess maybe she was part of the protests too, but you can just follow the story to know more. U.S. immigration official detained a doctoral student at the University of Alabama. Well, they're going after those visas. Basically, you know, the Trump administration said that they are going to revoke visas. Okay, if they feel like, if the Secretary of State has reason to believe that your presence or activities in the United States will have potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequences for the U.S., they're going to revoke visa. That's why you're seeing all those arrests. It's pretty much political in terms of, like, if you are a political activist, you are involved in those protests. Yeah, you might see yourself in detention. Yeah, depending on what type of political activities you're involved in, to be honest. What else? What else? Let's see. Then we have yeah, those are the things that, and Canada also updates its US travel guidance. Canada's furious too. What's Canada? Let's see what's Canada's saying, because I have to know, because I'm planning to go there. What's Canada saying? Let's see. Okay. Oh, I don't see it. Let's see. I don't see it. Canada. Wow. I don't see. I'll read it later. I don't see the article. Anyway, stop sharing. So those are the major news. Major news. Let's just wrap up now. Yeah, those are the major news. Please like, please share. If there's anything else that comes up, maybe tomorrow, I will come and update. If I don't come on updates, maybe in the weekend I'll come and update you. So those are the major news. Thank you very much. Please like, please share. Until next time, bye-bye.